Hello, today I'm making my Oreo black velvet pound cake. I started off by crushing the Oreo pieces, not the cream, just the pieces of almost a whole pack of Oreo thins. I say almost a whole pack because I ate quite a few, but the rest definitely got into the bag and I crushed those just into small pieces. For a cake, then we're going to start with 1 stick of butter, as well as 1/2 cup of oil, vegetable oil. Get those on the mixer with my paddle attachment. I started off on a low speed, and then as it got incorporated, I increased it to a medium speed. And then I went back to a low speed so that I can add in the 1 3/4 cups of sugar. I blended that on low for just a few seconds, and then I turned it up on high. Um, I'm sorry, medium, until for about 3 minutes until it got fluffy, like you see here. And then I turned it off as I prepped my 1 cup of 1 3/4 cup, sorry, of buttermilk. So I added in the buttermilk, and then I added in 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. I'm still mixing on low here. And now I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to add in 4 eggs, of course, one at a time on the lowest setting until it's all incorporated. I set that to the side so I can get my dry mixture together, which was 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of black cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of espresso powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I put all of that in my sifter to sift all those ingredients together. I will have these listed in the description box as well. Here's where I'm just trying to get the rest through the sifter. It's not going through, so you know me, I threw it away. All right, so now that I got my dry mixture together, I also got 1 cup of very warm water. I don't want to say it was boiling hot, but it was very warm water. So 1 cup of warm water. And I alternated that with my dry mixture into my batter. All right, and I'm just taking a moment to make sure I scrape down my paddle attachment and scrape down my bowl. As you can see, it's a very loose mixture, and that's exactly what you want for most chocolate cakes. All right, so I put it back in the mixer on low, and as you can see, this is my batter when it's finished, nice and loose. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in all those crushed Oreo pieces that we crushed up in the beginning. I'm going to add that back in there to my batter. I think I did it like half a bag at a time. Overall, I would say it's probably about 2 cups or so, 1.5 to 2 cups of Oreo pieces. So I just mixed in half the bag and then stirred it up, and then I'm going to pour in the other half of the bag. All right, I'm going to stir that back in as well. All this is by hand instead of putting it back on the mixer. And then we're going to prep. I prepped an 18-cup Nordic pan. I already told you it's just my favorite pan to use these days. I use the PAM release spray, baking release spray, making sure I got it all over, including the middle. You guys know the drill. And then I'm going to add in my entire cake batter, and I will scrape the bowl out as well off camera. Once we get it all into the bowl, to the pan, I'm just going to give it a few jiggles and taps, and then into a 325-degree oven for about 45, 50 minutes. Every oven's going to be different, but you want to start checking it at about 45 minutes. I let it cool, and then I went ahead and flipped it directly onto my cake stand. And then I put that to the side so that I can make the frosting, which was 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 stick of cream cheese. I'm sorry, 1 block of cream cheese. And I'm going to get that mixed together. And at the end, I'm going to add in some vanilla. And I'm just adding heavy whipping cream until it got to the consistency that I wanted it. So I wanted it to be something that was thick and spreadable. So you only want to add probably about, a tablespoon at most of milk in at a time until it gets to where you want it to be. You may want to pour yours on rather than making a whole frosting. So just add that whipping cream in slowly until it reaches your desired consistency. And then, of course, there goes the vanilla. It's probably about a teaspoon of vanilla as well. So as you can see here, this is my frosting. It's still very thick because, like I said, I wanted to spread it. But you can also see it's also very smooth as well. All right, so I put that on my cake. I garnished it with some Oreo thins. And that's it. It was delicious. It is now my grandson's favorite cake. And I just call it my Oreo black velvet pound cake. And there's the slice coming out. It was really yummy. So you guys give this recipe a try and let me know how you like it. Enjoy.